Today we're going to go over a bunch of different A smokes for the T side. These will start by going over CT, and then bottom stairs, stairs, jungle, top connector, mid site, triple, and default. We will show how to throw these smokes from different areas such as palace, ramp, deep ramp, T-spawn, top mid, apps, and maybe lower mid a few. So to give you a little bit of help in this video, I have put my position and angle in the top left. You can look at that to help yourself line up all these smokes because some of them are a little tricky. And then I will also be posting a jump throw bind in the description for anyone that might need it. It is legal on any server. It is a 2-key jump bind, so if you want to use it, I will link it down below. You'll just have to copy and paste it into your config, and then you'll be able to use it. But anyways, let's get on to the smokes. First, we will be going over the CT smoke. That is the smoke that lands right here to block off CT. We will start from Palace and work our way around the map. Starting in Palace, you line up on this line right here, right here, this line. So looking up, it's the one with the door frame. You move over a tiny bit to the smudge, and where this part starts to curve back, so right there, run, and jump throw as you're about to leave Palace. From Tetris, you stand at the bottom of Tetris, aim at this black pole, and left click throw. From close T ramp, you come to this line right here, pressed up against the left wall. You aim between this bar and that bar, down on this block right here. So right there is where I aim, and jump throw. Another one from up here that might be a little easier is you line up on this line right here, come from this bar down to the middle of that block, and jump throw. From bottom close ramp, you come to this part right here in the middle of the door. And you aim just below this part of the corner and jump throw. From T-spawn, you can come into this corner right here, crouch, and aim right at the top of this line. Crouch and aim right there. And crouch walk until you hit the wires, and then jump throw. From outside of T-apps at top mid, you come into this corner here. Aim at the left corner of this little black part. Aim there, take a few steps, and jump throw while running. From top mid, you come into this corner right here and aim from the right side of this part up to the top of this pole, so about right there. And jump throw. From underpass, you come into this corner right here. You aim from the awning over just onto this corner, and then up a tiny bit to make it perfect, and jump throw. And then from apps, you come onto this bar right here. Aim right there at that antenna, run and jump throw when your crosshair is in the middle of these two wires. So aim there, run, jump throw. And this will have landed a bunch of different CT smokes. I hope you enjoyed those, and we'll move on to more smokes. Now we'll be going over a bottom stair smoke. That is the smoke that lands right here. I prefer calling it bottom stairs. Some people call it jungle. I just call the other one that blocks off jungle, so it makes sense in my head. Starting from Palace, you come into this left corner here, not the right one, the left one. And then you aim just above this bar, take a few steps and throw. From Tetris, you come onto the first box, you find this line right here, go straight up until you're in the middle of this gap here, so like right there. Throw. Oh, it's hard to get right because of no lineup, you just have to get the feel for it. From close ramp, you come to this pole right here, turn around, aim just off the top and the bottom of this pillar looking thing, and throw right there. From T-spawn, you come into this bar right here again, and you aim right there. It's just like almost to the top of the roof and just off to the left of that black smudge. Jump throw. From outside of T-apps and top mid, you come into this corner here, and you aim at this line and just off to the bottom of it, so right there. Jump throw. From underpass, you are coming into this corner right here. You're aiming from the middle of this up to the height of it and normal throwing. And then last one is from apps. You come into this corner right here. Aim from the middle of this bar up to this bar while crouched, and then stand up and jump throw. So this smoke is pretty hard to get perfect. So there are going to be gaps on either side a lot. And so you just kind of have to get used to that and maybe tweak the smokes a little bit to get them to either land to block off the right or to block off the left fully. but those are the bottom stair smokes. My bad, not jungle. The next smoke we are going over is the stairs smoke. That is the smoke that lands on this platform right here, in case you didn't know. Starting from palace, you're lining up against this wall, covering up half this pattern on the door, aiming to the right to the doorframe at the same height of the pattern, taking a step and throwing. From Tetris, you are coming right here on this first box, turning around, aiming at this black dot, and jump throwing. From T-ramp, you are coming onto this first platform right here, aiming into the middle of this area right there, and left click throwing. From T-spawn, you're coming into this corner here. You're finding this line of smudge right there, and jump throwing after aiming at the top of it. From outside of T-apps, in top middle, you're lining up between this bar and that bar. There's a black dot right here. You're lining up on it, and then you're aiming a quarter of the way from the left to the right on that thing, at the bottom of it. Right there, jump throw. This one is from top mid boxes. It is a view model. You come to the top of this leaf thing, flower, I don't know, tree, up to the wire, but with your right pinky. So putting your right pinky right there, one click throw. From cat, this one's fun, but it's pretty useless. You put the top of the smoke grenade into that corner right there. Bonk, right there, and throw. From underpass, you're coming into this corner here. There's a black dot on the railing about right there, and you're going up to the height of this corner right here. So, black dot, up, right there, left click throw. And the last one is from T-apps. You're coming into this corner. You're aiming, the metal makes a swoop right here. You're aiming at the right part of this swoop right there. So, right there, and jump throw. And these will have all landed at stairs. And I hope you like this video, and on to more. The next smoke we're going over is a deep jungle smoke, or also jungle smoke. It lands right there. Starting from palace, we're coming into this corner here, or into this wall here, covering up this part of the stairs with this door frame, so right there. Aiming from this antenna, or the corner of the building, depending on which one you look at, up to the root door frame. And running and left click throwing right as you're about to leave palace. Next one, you come to Tetris at the bottom. Aim as close to this bar as you can, off to the left, at the middle, left click throw. From bottom ramp, or close ramp, you can come onto this corner right here. Aim at the 4th stair down, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a dot right there, and you aim at it, and jump throw. From deep ramp, you're coming into this corner here. Aiming at this stump right here, aiming down just a tiny bit, and jump throw. From T-spawn, you come into this corner right here. There's 2 dots right there at the height of the top of the railing, right there in the middle of the wall. You aim just below them and jump through. From outside of T-apps, you come onto this first box right here. Aim at the bottom left corner of this pillar looking thing and jump through. From top mid boxes, this one can be a harder lineup or a V model lineup, depending if you have the default V model. But you aim at this white dot right here. At the top of it, there's a white dot. Aim at the top of it, crouch, stand up, and throw. Or if you have the view model that I have, which is the default view model, you put your middle finger up against this bar and the top of the smoke grenade up against that. So right there. Left click. If you're underpass, you can come onto this line right here. It's the most faded line on this railing right here. Then you're crouching and aiming at the corner of the awning, moving up a tiny bit, standing up, and throwing. Reminder that I do have the angle of everything up in the top left corner of my screen. So if it gets confusing, you can just look there. Last one is from apps. You're coming into this corner right here. It's a little bit difficult to get into, but not bad. Come into it. Aim right there on the right. And jump through. And these will all have landed at jungle. Watch this last one land, and then we'll move on to more smokes. The next smoke that we will be going over is the top Conn smoke. It is the one that lands right there for security. We will be starting in palace, lining up against this wall again, finding the left corner, or the left part of the arch right here, left part. Aim up to the top of the roof, hold your walk key, take a step, and throw. Oops, I threw my AK. The next one is from bottom Tetris. You come into this first box right here, aim to the left of this window, run, and jump throw right as you're about to leave the threshold of Tetris. Another one is from close ramp. You come into this corner here. You crouch and aim at the top of this line right there. Not this guy, but this guy. He's harder to see. Aim at the top of him. Stand up. Jump throw. From back ramp, you're coming into this corner of the wood pile here. And you're aiming at the middle of this wall right here. And just off to the right of the left side of it. So so you're not in this guy. And jump throw. From T-spawn, you're coming into this corner right here. You are aiming at the tallest piece of straw, which is this guy. Crouch walking and jump throwing when you hit the wire. Crouch walk, jump throw. From outside of T-apps, at top mid, you're coming into this corner here. Another crouch walking throw. You're aiming at the bottom left part of this beam right here. And jump throwing when you hit this part right here. So aim there, crouch walk, jump throw. From top mid, it is a view model. You're coming here, and you're putting your pinky right there. And the orange stripe on the smoke with this right here. So pinky to the bar, orange stripe on the smoke right there, left click throw. You can see my coordinates in the top left if you need them. From bottom underpass, you're coming into this corner right here. And you aim at the top of this into the middle, run through, that'll land. And then the last one we're going to see is from from apps. You come to this corner right here. You line up on it, and there's a shadow running across. There's a smudge on the wall right there. You aim at the top of it, and jump throw. And these will all have landed at top connector, giving us a nice smoke to help with control array. Now we're going to go over the mid-sight smoke. It lands right here. Starting from palace, you come and you line up this crack in the tetras with the wall right there. In between the stump and the door frame, hold shift, take a few steps, and throw. From close ramp, you come to this corner right here of shadow. You crouch and aim at this black dot in the middle of my crosshair. Stand up, aim up a bit so you clear the wall, and throw. From back ramp, you're coming into this wood pile. You're aiming at the top of this yellow smudge, so right there. Jump throw. From T-spawn, you're coming into this corner right here. And you are aiming from the sun all the way down to this wire and jump throwing. From outside of T-apps or top mid, you're coming into this corner right here. And you are aiming right where the wires separate again and jump throwing. From top mid, you're coming into this corner right here. Crouching, aiming at the right side of this black line. Standing up and left click throw. From underpass, you come into this corner right here. You aim at the top of this pole, but like on the left half of it, right there. And jump through. And the last one we will show is from apps. You come into this pole right here. This metal part right here, the line below this piece of wood. So the line right there, there's a white smudge on it right there. You aim to the left of it and jump through. And these will all have landed at mid-sight. Again, some of them vary a little bit. Some land a little deeper, some land a little shorter, but they all do land mid-sight. The next smoke we are going over is the triple smoke. It lands right there. Starting from palace, you come and you line up half of the door frame. You're covering half of the design. Then you aim at the top of the door frame, just off to the right, so that you don't hit the left door frame. Shift walk and throw. From tetras and ramp, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just aim there and throw. From close ramp, you come into this pole right here. You aim at the top of the wood and up high enough so that you miss everything, and left click throw. From back ramp, you're coming into this wood stack right here. Aiming at the top of this yellow smudge right there. So right there is where you're aiming. Jump throw. From T-spawn, you're coming into this corner here. You're aiming at the top of this corner of the roof, and crouch walking and jump throwing when you reach this point. So crouch walk, jump throw. From outside of T-apps or T-top mid, you're coming into this pole right here. Aiming at this ding-dangling, jump throw. From top mid boxes, this one's a little bit hard to throw, and pretty inconsistent, so I wouldn't recommend it, but I'll show it anyway. You line up on this line right here, it's the one in the middle of the cart. You aim at the sun, up high, take a few steps, and throw. Like I said, very inconsistent, not the best smoke in the world, but it's there. From underpass, you come and line up on this dot. You crouch and aim at the awning, stand up, and jump throw. And the last one we're going to show is from apps. You come into this corner here. You aim at this, off the right of this window, just a little bit. Crouch, take it like 2 or 3 steps, and jump throw. And these will all have landed in the triple gap right there. And onto the final set of smokes at default. The last smoke we will be going over is the default one. That is one that lands in this area right here. Again, starting from Palace, you're coming into this corner, the left corner that is, aiming at the top of the awning with the middle of the window, running and throwing after a few steps. The next one is from close ramp. You come into this beam right here. This one is a view model. You're putting the top of the smoke grenade in the middle of this line right there. So right there, and jump throw. The next one is from back ramp. You come into this wood pile right here, and you aim where this part of the building right here meets this part of the building, and just off to the left a tiny bit, and jump throw. The next one is from top mid, or T-spawn I guess. It's kind of both, but this one is pretty hard, so I wouldn't really recommend it, but you aim right there while crouched, and then aim up to the top of this part, and jump throw after crouch walking when you get to this part again. So aim up, crouch walk. It sounds honestly a lot more complicated than it is. It's not that hard once you've thrown it a few times. The next one is from top mid, outside of T-apps. You come to this line right here, and you aim where the lines start to separate again. So about right there. And jump throw. From top mid boxes, you're coming into this corner right here, aiming at this bar up high enough that you'll miss the roof and a tiny bit, and let it through. From underpass, you're coming into this corner right here, and you're aiming right there. If you can see, there's a little smudge above this bar right here, and you just aim there and jump through. Pretty forgiving. And the last one is from apps. You come into this part right here, right there. If you crouch and aim at this wire, and just give yourself a few steps and then jump throw. So a few steps and jump throw. And that one should land at default with all the other smokes that we've thrown. Here it comes. And yeah, that's all for the smokes. I'm just going to show a few bonus smokes that are like Lurk Smokes or whatever in the next section of the video, and then we'll end it. To finish off this video, I'm just going to be showing 2 Lurk Smokes that you could call them, or you can use them to like deny information from the CT so that you can just walk out ramp and then execute quickly. The first one will be from ramp. You come into this corner right here, and you aim at the top of this line right there, and just left throw. And that one will just come out, line right there. It'll allow you to one-way CT sometimes, or you can jump up on the boxes right here and then fight CT and top stairs and then jump up and fight more. It's just a nice little smoke to get out to Tetris as well. You can use it however you want, but that's how you throw that one. And then the other one is from Palace. You're coming to the edge of this and then lining up at this corner right here. And there is a little smudge on the wall right there. You're aiming far enough to the left that you'll miss it. So you can look at my angle and positioning again if you really need to, and just left click throw. This one will land at the edge of the balcony, allowing you to come out and fight the top of the balcony first, and then you can come out and fight like stairs, and then bottom stairs and jungle a little bit. You can even peek into under balcony and even come into under balcony and fight with that. So those are 2 little Lurk Smokes that I know that you can throw on A to help you out. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed all these different smokes that we've learned in this video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up so that I know that you guys like it, and I'll give you more for B site or different maps. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again.